Kia ora guys, what is good? Daniel here, and I hope that you fellas are having a good day, dressing well, and of course, as always, getting stuff done. So guys, about a month or two ago, I took you through a video which was pretty much my top 5 men's fashion Instagram pages. You guys showed a lot of support and you kind of like love that type of video because it, you know, gets to show you other creators and things like that as well, not just my content. And that's why today guys, I want to show you my top 5 men's fashion channels that I actually follow on YouTube and that I really mess with, that I think that you guys will mess with as well. Now, like I said in the Instagram video, like it is so good to have different kind of like avenues where you get your inspiration from different types of people, different types of style and kind of like outlooks on life and things like that. It really kind of just helps open you up to like different ideas, especially within the fashion scene, and how all these different people have different styles, but they still have the same passion for fashion. Oh, I hate that phrase. Oh. But yeah, they all have that same. Come up with another thing guys, comment down below, like not passion for fashion, but say something like, I'll leave it to you guys, comment down below what we're gonna change up instead of passion, but you get my point. All these different people, all different styles, all different kind of lives they're living, and they still have the same love for kind of like the one thing, which is why also you guys are messing with this content right now. Now, disclaimer, these are just my top 5, okay? There's also in no particular order, and if I didn't mention someone who you guys really mess with, you know, it's not that I don't, you know, mess with them as well. I may have just not heard of them, they may have just, I forgot about them. In all honesty guys, like, I don't actually spend too much time watching other people's YouTube channels, but when I do, these are like the top 5 I kind of start to go to. And again, if you guys had some favorites that I didn't mention today, leave them in the comment section below, so myself and everybody else in the community can go check them out and start messing with their content as well. But yeah, with all that out of the way guys, let's get into the first one. Like I said, no particular order, but there's got to be someone who starts it first, so let's get into that now. Alright guys, first up on the list, and we have the Bro Stevie. Now Stevie's channel is pretty dope guys. Pretty much his whole like style sense is very like kind of like minimal, so everything's quite low key, you know, real subtle, and everything kind of like his whole style just kind of like flows together. Now what his whole content on his channel about is kind of the same thing. Like what Stevie does great is he really shows you well how to style just everyday pieces that we can wear for just all types of occasions. And what's dope about his kind of like style sense and what he puts off into his channel and the way he like shows you how to style certain things is that it's almost for any age range. Like there's no pieces that are just like, well, you're too old to be wearing that or you're too young to be wearing that. So he does really cater for his whole male audience. And then he also messes around with a lot of like kind of like minimal accessories and things like that. So you guys are really into that minimal vibe, Stevie is definitely one to check out. And guys, on the low, hopefully 2019 you might see a little bit of something with us together. Like that's real low key, but yeah, we're talking. We just gotta figure out some stuff as well. Stevie's located in America, in Seattle, I think. But yeah guys, if you want some minimal vibes and things like that, go check Stevie out. To me, number 2 on my top 5 men's fashion channels on YouTube, and this is P.A.Q. Now, if you guys have not heard of P.A.Q, check them out. Their channel is kind of like, if you remember back in the days before we all watched YouTube and stuff, it's like a TV show on YouTube. So there's 4 hosts on P.A.Q. You got Elias, Dex, Shaq, and Danny. Now what's dope about all 4 of them is they all have completely different looks and completely different styles, but they come together again because they're all into fashion. This is when we're going to insert that new phrase, which isn't passion for fashion. But yeah guys, they all have their really own unique style, and it's so cool to see 4 completely different people with completely different styles come together and produce such great content. Now what you can expect to see on their channel is a lot of like challenges. It's actually a ton of challenges. Like they do so many awesome challenges. I think actually that's their whole thing is like challenges now that I think about it. But yeah, they do dope challenges. They do some awesome collaborations. They're based in London, but you see them fly, you know, to like New York, LA, all over Europe, you know, things like that. And it's just really cool, like the whole vibe. So they'll, out of the 4 of them, there'll be definitely one of them that you guys will mess with. Like I said, all their style is quite individual and unique. I myself probably like mess with, I'm in between like, damn, like I'm actually probably in between like all of them. Like I think Elias's style is like really, they call him an Astro Boy, it's like out of this world. Shaq's a lot of like, Shaq's style is really cool as well. Shaq's like, how would I say it? he does a lot of like DIY kind of stuff, I feel, to his outfits and stuff, and that's really cool. You see him a lot of times in, man, what is he messing? He overalls, things like that, kind of like, and sometimes he'll, you know, oversized suits, really like 90s style and things like that, which is dope. Denny's is a lot more, you know, like dressed up, that kind of attire. And then Dex is like, man, if you like your blacks and things like that, yeah, Dex is where it's at for that stuff. So P.A.Q, awesome for like challenges and things like that, but what I mess with them the most, and the reason why I recommend them to you guys so much, is because they break the boundaries, they're creative, they push the boundaries, they don't follow the rules, and that's what kind of like fashion and stuff is about, is that there are no rules. These guys really push those boundaries, so definitely check them out. Coming into number 3, and this is the bro Dred Scott. So Dred Scott's been on YouTube for quite some time now. Like, he's got 2 channels now. He's got Dred Scott and Lone Wolf, if I'm correct. I'll link them all below anyway. His main channel, Dred Scott, is definitely a lot more fashion based. His second channel is a lot more kind of like interior design and things like that, so if you mess with that stuff as well, you can check out the second channel. But as far as his first channel, Dred Scott's style is really cool. So he's based in LA. His style is very, you know, like runway inspired is what I'd kind of like to say, but made and designed in still like an everyday, I guess, consumer type of way. So nothing is like too extra, and he also does quite a few DIYs and stuff as well, so way better than my DIY stuff, guys. So if you want someone who does, you know, much better DIYs, go check him out. What I definitely do like about Dred's channel is that he stays up to date with, you know, what is trending and things like that, but he also doesn't just follow a hype. Like, he kind of stays true to himself. Like, if he doesn't like it, he's not going to do it, and if he does like it, he goes full force on it. So it's really cool to see as well. So that is the bro Dred. So if you want some stuff like that, check that one out as well. 4th on the list, and this is Magnus. So Magnus is fun. Magnus is real chill. So if, like, doesn't take himself too seriously at all. Real, just like chills. Like, comes across, at least on camera, as quite humble. Obviously I haven't like met any of these people, but comes across quite chill on camera. But what's then really cool about him again is his style sense. So I actually really mess with Magnus's style sense. It's kind of similar to mine, which is what I vibe with. And then kind of the content of his channel, like I said, it's real chill and low key. But then he does things like, he did this one, it was like dressed in like women's clothes for a week. The message behind it is kind of really cool, and the fact that has the confidence to kind of just go out. Now, he wasn't wearing dresses and stuff like that. He was wearing like clothes that could be considered, you know, women's clothes that could be considered guy clothes as well. So like, not like wearing dresses and skirts or whatnot, things like that, but women's clothes, whether it be women's coats or pants and things like that. But yeah, anyway, it was just cool to see like somebody go out there with the confidence, but also admit that, you know, at first he felt like people were staring at him and stuff, and then he just kind of like did his own thing. And it's a cool message, especially to give out to like your audience, and especially the younger audiences, like not caring what other people think and just doing you and things like that. So like I said, he doesn't take himself too seriously. He's got really good style sense. So if you like his style and stuff like that, you know, go check him out as well. Let's go to the next one. Now, number 5 on the list is Gio, and just like me, he is located in London. What I like about Gio is that he messes around in 2 categories. One is that you sometimes see him like flexing and styling very high-end fashion, which is, you know, dope to see. And then on the other side, he's got a series going at the moment which is like affordable. So whether it be affordable hoodies, t-shirts, pants, all that type of stuff, and he shows you all these good places to get like affordable stuff from. So if you guys are like, you know, shopping on a budget, or your students and stuff, his channel's one that's really good to check out, because he gives you all of those options, and then at the same time high-end options as well. So it's really dope to see. Now, I know, guys, I said top 5, but I still got 2 others that I just want to add in. I won't go into huge detail, but I do have to show them some love, and that is Sickmate and Sange. Sickmate is like vintage, like heavily vintage and like thrifted inspired. So if you like that type of stuff, check him out. And then Sange, guys, is like high-end fashion, the way I would definitely put it. Like, he definitely messes around with a lot more kind of like expensive pieces, but he does this really cool thing. He like has these shirts that he makes that are like this DIY, which is like all from like these, like, I'm pretty sure like thrifted shirts that he then like cuts up tiny bits of them, stitches them together and stuff like that, and makes them into these dope shirts. But Sange is like, his style can be so out there, but what is so sick about him is he walks around with like confidence and stuff. So his channel he's got a lot of confidence on his channel, and that's definitely something I mess with, because again, when it comes to fashion and things like that, you do get a lot of judgmental people who think that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, or you know, all these, there's a lot of judgment, and he just does his thing, and I just, yeah, so dope to see. So those were just adding in the 2 sneaky ones, and yeah, sweet as guys. And there we have it. That is my list of my top 5 men's fashion channels that you fellas should follow, at least the ones that I definitely mess with myself, and then was kind of like a sneaky bonus of 2 other channels. Now all of their channels will be linked in the description box below, and like I said guys, if I didn't list someone that you guys really mess with, leave it in the comment section below. Let myself and the whole community know so we can start messing with them too. Other than that guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did like it, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up, and if you guys are new to the channel, by the way, that means family, make sure you do click that subscribe button down below. Also, come chill out with me on the daily guys, and you can do this by following my Instagram, which is @Daniel Simmons. Sweet as guys, enjoy the rest of your day, keep dressing well, and I'll see you fellas next time.